Okay, so I'm filming this back to back with the part one. So, some people might be like, why'd you even, separate it in two parts? I just, personally, I just don't like long movies, or long YouTube videos. I just don't have the patience for it. So, I would like to keep it short, even if it's in two parts. So, this is the second part of my vlog. So what happened between February 5th and now, which is February 24th. So this part, I want to talk about some of the exercise, the fitness, athletic stuff that I do. So the big thing is I did my first sprint reverse triathlon. Yay! So what does that mean? Okay, so it means it's a lot of exceptions to the triathlon. But okay, so first, it's a sprint, so it's a smaller or like shorter distance of everything, and then it's reverse. So usually you swim, bike, and then run. But then for this one that I did, it is you run and then bike and then swim. Did I say that right? Yes. So I ran, biked, swim. The normal triathlon, you swim, bike, and then run. Okay, so so my thing with triathlons, like I was always interested in it. Well, always. I was interested in it since like last year when I started being really really into fitness. So taking fitness seriously. There you go. So I've been like kind of interested. It was something that like I thought I couldn't do, and then I also didn't want to like swim first because I'll be cold, and then I'd have to like bike, which is like wind blowing at me, and then like swimming in open water, and like I had a few issues with it. So the reverse actually works for me. I like run, I get the hard part out, I sweat, and then I blow it off when I'm riding my bike, and then at the end it's like taking a semi-shower in the pool, which is kind of gross. And this one was a pool. It was on a military base. So I did the pool, and then I get to go home and shower for reals. So it worked out for me. And then the sprint part, so the first running part's a 5K, and then the bike part was 13.1 miles, which is half a marathon. And then the last swim was 200 meters, which was like 4 laps in the pool. It's a military base, so it's like, they're training whatever in the pool. So 4 laps, which is like 1 lap is just one way. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So two zigzags, I guess. 2 like full laps. So I did that without almost any training. So I haven't ran in like, I don't even know when. I've had a like rough beginning of the year, as like I mentioned at the previous videos, and then I got all busy, so I just like, excuses like everybody else. Like I did not train. But I did go to the gym at least once a week, every week, even if I was busy. So I went to my like boot camp. So I think that helped me maintain somewhat of an athletic level. So the 5K part, I did pretty good. 30 minutes. I was like in the ranking wise, I was like in the middle. So 30 minutes for the 5K. The bike part was just, for me, it was the hardest part, that for not training. So the biking part, like I do a 20-mile bike tour that Long Beach hosts every year with my friend for the past 3 years. 3. I want to say 3 years. 3 years. And this year I registered again. It's gonna be my 4th year. So I've done 20 miles of biking before, but like 13.1 miles, and it was like around a military base. So it's just like a flat, like there's nothing around, like there's nothing to see. Like 2 laps around that. Plus, it was like super windy, so I'm like going against the wind, and it like kind of rained. Is some parts of it. So like with like rain blowing in my face, and the wind like blowing in my face, and like there was nothing to see. So that 13.1 miles was like surprisingly really hard for me. So I took an hour for that, like almost exactly an hour. And then the swim portion, I haven't like. Also, I don't have access to a pool, and I don't like open water, open ocean water. So I didn't swim for. I haven't been in a while. So you know, I was just like doing it, just going at it. But the swim portion, I swam like what 200 meters in 6 minutes, which was like. I thought it was surprising. I was expecting like swim to be like taking some time, but I guess 6 minutes was like in the top 1/3, or no, 1/3, yeah, 1/3 ish. So I guess I swim pretty fast. I guess it's like innate in me because as a baby, I grew up in a condo, so there was some pools, and I guess my mom was super. Like worried that I'm gonna like fall in the pool someday, so she like trained me early on. So she'll just like baby me and like throw me into the pool, and that's how I learned how to swim, like military style. So I can swim, and I can apparently swim fast. So that was a new discovery. Oh yeah, and like I guess there's some talk like between like different friends that they want to get a scuba diving license at someday. So. Now I know I can swim, so I can possibly join them. So yeah, so that was good. It was super satisfying. After the bike, my legs were like jello. So I thought I was gonna pull a muscle when I was swimming, but I like didn't, and I ended up not pulling any muscles. Like, so it's surprising, but I was dead tired. So I took a 2-hour nap out. Okay, so I took a 2-hour nap afterwards. But also, rewind, I finished it, I was super tired, I ate Korean barbecue, even better, all you can eat, and then I took a 2-hour nap. Best day, right? the best weekend somebody can ask for. Doing a triathlon, Korean barbecue, and then taking a nap. So that's what I did. Oh, and then I got boba. So even better. Yep, so I did that. And then I was even more crazy. I don't know. I was just like in a super athletic mode that weekend. So that happened, and then that next morning I went on a hike, which was like one way 2 miles ish. So totally it was like 4 to 5 miles. It wasn't steep, but it was a little bit rocky. But kids joined us too, so it wasn't like extreme. But I did that early morning, starting like 7:30. I drove an hour and then did that hike with my gym. And then things happened there and there, like, you know, and then my mood kind of went down. I was feeling a little anxious. Things happened, you know, stress. And then that afternoon, I played badminton for like an hour or so, hour or two. And then, yeah, that happened. And then that next morning, this morning, I went to the gym again. I played tennis, which I was really good at this point. I think my muscles are just like super awake right now. So I did really well in tennis, and then I played the drums, and then here I am filming a YouTube video. So I'm crazy and I'm intense, and I should probably admit that at this point. Yep, and I'm sure like tomorrow I get to sleep in tomorrow for night shift, and my body's probably not gonna it's gonna be super sore. So we shall see. And you know, I say I'm like always tired from night shift, but I guess I have to admit that I sometimes put myself into these situations where I'm like always tired. Oh yeah, and then tonight I got an offer to like help out my high school badminton team. So I'm gonna see how that goes. I don't know if they expect me to play, but I'll like show up and give a few tips. Like I'm not that great, but I guess back in the day when I was intense playing badminton, I placed second in my league in singles, badminton girls singles. So I'm okay, you know, I'm okay. I don't want to say I'm good because I'm like the lower the weaker player of the varsity team, I guess. But yeah, um, yeah, I guess athletic team politics, and then I wasn't really favored, so whatever. And I'm not that competitive. But then what did make me feel good is like when I went to college, I did some like stranger kind of did stop me when I was just like walking around campus, or like I met someone, I don't know, like this person that I didn't know was like, oh, like I know you from badminton, and like they were a couple, they were both in badminton in high school, and they were saying that like, oh yeah, my team like lost to your team because like I was always like singles number 2 or like doubles number 2, which is like, number 1 is like the stronger, and then number 2 is like not as strong. But they're like, yeah, we didn't know about you. So like they did research on all these like high school badminton like stars, but I kind of kept it to myself. They didn't know about me, and they were like, yeah, and you just came out of nowhere, and you're like singles number 2, but you're pretty good. So our team like lost to you because we lost all the points to me, or like the 2 singles matches against me. So they were like kind of banking on that, and then I guess they lost. So, but honestly, I don't remember. But I felt like like a high school superstar. So that was kind of nice. Like knowing that somebody acknowledges that I was, in fact, a badminton player on varsity, and somebody does acknowledge that I was a decent player. So, that's kind of like my high school days, and then like that past week of like being super athletic and intense, and my muscle is just kind of like being super awake. So, yeah. So I think that wraps up my like few weeks that I missed making a video. So it was like basically interviews, being intense, and like being super athletic. Yeah. Oh yeah, I have to make a video on Valentine's Day, huh? So I'll do that in another time because I have passed 10 minutes with this video. So, yep. Oh yeah, I did talk about Ravens, but in the last video. Short-term memory. Okay. So I will make another video on other random stuff that I did in my life. So I will see you until then. See you next time.